I've been struggling to unbig my back for 30 days and 30 nights, so let a bitch struggle in peace. Decorative Trinidadian fish. Aurora track! Come back now, you hear?
Hey y'all, welcome back to Leia's Math. When I tell y'all niggas won't be on time for shit, including but not limited to their own damn funeral, the first week of this podcast, I put out my episodes on Monday and Friday like they supposed to be released. This was week 2. The third episode came out on Tuesday, and the fourth episode came out on Saturday. I'm trying to get back on track for next week. It's Saturday night. Hopefully, I can record this and get it up and be back on schedule. We gonna see though. This is an unexpected film. Well, I can't keep saying that for every episode. Like, every episode can be unexpected, but it do be. For all the stuff that I planned on talking about, I don't want to talk about it no more. But I want to talk about family this episode. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Normally for Thanksgiving, I spend it with my husband's family. This year, I was supposed to spend it with my gay family. I was going to have breakfast and Thanksgiving dinner, but I decided to spend Thanksgiving dinner with my husband's family because he kind of made me feel bad without trying to make me feel bad. I don't have a relationship with my family, my mom or dad's side. Blood makes you related, but it don't make you family. If I can't have a relationship with people outside of us being related, I won't talk to you just because we are related. A lot of my relationships with my paternal side of the family was collateral damage due to, we're going to call him Casper. If you ever hear me mentioning Casper, Casper will be, I don't want to say his name, but he did go by Casper. That's an accurate name for him. I didn't have a great relationship with Casper's side of the family. He had 7 kids, including me, I want to say. I think it was 7 of us. I have 2 brothers and 4 sisters on his side, and my mom only had me, my sister, and my brother. Me and my sister have the same mom and dad, and my brother just have his own dad. Out of the 6 siblings I have on his side, I only talk to my older sister, the one that we share the same mom and dad. I want to give y'all a little story time to kind of explain it. So, Casper had my sister, then he had me. And then he went on and got another woman pregnant and had my younger sister, and then my brother. So it was 4 of us at first. He ended up marrying their mom. Now, from the story that I heard, he didn't want me. That's not the story. I won't say that that's the story that I heard. He told me that too. He said he didn't want me. And then from what my mom told me, he wanted me to be a boy. And since I wasn't a boy, he wanted my mom to get rid of me. I feel like when I was born, he made sure to make sure that I knew that. So it was 4 of us initially. He went on to have 3 more kids. I have ghetto twin sisters. They were born a month apart. And then I have a younger brother that he was the youngest of all of us. It's kind of like an age gap from the first 4 to the last 3. It's probably like a 10-year age gap from the first boy and the 4th girl. Hopefully that makes sense. My mom had 3 of us. The daddies weren't shit. We struggled. Anywho, at one point I lived with Casper's mom, which is my grandmother. And at the time when me and my sister, we were living with her, he also lived with her. But I knew he was married to my brother and sister's mom. I don't want to make this episode about him. Just know Casper wasn't shit. Casper didn't love none of us. I think he loved us because we were his kids, but he didn't care about any of his kids. I think my other siblings would probably say differently, and that's because they don't know no better. No, I'm not going to say that. But their relationship with him was different than my relationship with him. In fact, when I left to go to the military at 18, I cut them off completely. I didn't talk to not one person from Casper's side of the family. Let me put my hands down. I feel like I keep talking with my hands. Okay. And the reason why I didn't talk to Leia, the reason why I didn't talk to them is because I felt like they didn't care about us either. And I'm not saying that they didn't, but that's just what I felt about it. Now, Casper did go on to get remarried to my baby brother and baby sister, mom. She tried her best to keep us all together. Like, she wanted us to have a relationship with him and with all of our siblings. So I don't fault her. Once I was in the military, she tried to keep in touch with me and my sister, wish us happy birthday, stuff like that. But who I am as a person, I felt like it wasn't her job to keep us all together. It was his job. I appreciate her for trying to do it, but he didn't care to do it. That was my sentiment. Once I stopped talking to Casper's side of the family, I think by default, I didn't talk to my mom's side of the family either. I left. And when I left, I cut everybody off except my sister and my mom. I guess I just went on with my life and I didn't want to look back. Since I didn't have the greatest relationship with my relatives, the way that I looked at it, any guy that I date, if I don't view them as people that I will be cool with outside of the relationships, I won't talk to them. I end up building a relationship with Casper's oldest son. It actually went really, really great. Me and my brother are just alike. It's not all the way because he do have like a 1% heart. I used to always tell him. Now I don't even talk to him. The only person I talk to is my sister, the first girl. And honestly, I give my sister grace because we were raised together. We went off to the military together. She was in my life my whole life. But I tell my sister all the time, if me and my sister didn't have the relationship that we grew growing up and being together all of this time, I probably wouldn't talk to her either. I love my sisters. But who my sister is, that's not somebody that I'll be cool with. She's a cool person in her own little way. Anywho, I'm not gonna get into that because my sister do watch my podcast. I love you, but you know how I feel. For whatever reason, the first 4 kids that Casper had, me and my sister, and then my sister and my brother, 1 and 3 and 2 and 4, we're like the complete matches to each other. My sister and the sister that's under me, they both alike. I don't really mess with the third born. She is the great value version of my older sister. That's disrespectful. That's the truth. That's the reason why I know if I wasn't with my older sister as much as I was, I probably wouldn't talk to her either. The last 3 that he ended up having, his 5th child was being born when I left to go off to the military. It's either she was being born or his wife was pregnant at the time. It was one or the other. So they were babies when I was leaving. The first time I met the last 3 kids was when they turned 19 and I was in my 30s. How I ended up meeting them was because Casper's brother passed and I went back to Chicago to go to his funeral. All of Casper's 7 kids decided to have a sibling retreat. That's what we end up calling it, where we all kind of got to know each other. They all knew the oldest, but they just never met me. We gonna have to give names, y'all. Casper, y'all already know who that nigga is. Okay, the firstborn is the oldest, will be Akira. Then it would be me, Leia. Then it would be my sister, Kita. And then it would be my brother, Dante. Then it will be my sister, Yaya. And then it will be my sister, Quisha. And then it will be my baby brother, Ron. Those are the names. So that's 1 through 7. And I'm holding my phone because I got to keep up with these names. This is not their names. I didn't meet Yaya, Quisha, or Ron until Quisha and Yaya was 19. And I went back to Chicago for my uncle's funeral. So other than Akira, I didn't talk to none of my other siblings for years. I had already had a relationship with Dante prior to my uncle's funeral. I just hadn't seen him since we were all kids. My sister Yaya really wanted to meet me. Everybody had a relationship with Casper outside of me. My brother Dante felt the same way about Casper that I did, but he still had a relationship with him. Me and Dante are like this. We were two peas in a pod the whole entire time. Yaya wanted to ask me questions about Casper. She asked me why didn't I have a relationship with him. Casper married Yaya and Ryan's mom. Their mom would be Cynthia. Casper had been in Yaya and Ron's life their whole life. I asked her, do you think your dad loves you? She paused. In her break, I said, do you think your mom loves you? She said yes. Instantly. She knew her mom loved her. You have been raised by your father. Why did you have to pause to answer if he loved you? That lets me know your relationship with him is the same relationship he had with me. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Casper wasn't the greatest person. I don't think he was the greatest person because his dad wasn't the greatest person. He didn't know how to be a father because I don't think his dad knew how to be a father. Like they say, you your father's son. But anywho, at that point, I realized that Casper treated all of us the same. I treated all of my boyfriends and my husband family the same exact way that I treated my family. If I can't build a relationship with you outside of this relationship, I'm not going to be fake with you for the sake of family. Now that we got all that out the way, this is what I want the episode to be about. If you are at a point with your family or with anybody in your life that you love, but they are causing you stress, they are causing you discomfort, they're not there for you in a way that you feel like you are there for them. Sometimes you have to let people go, and you have to be okay with letting people go. Some people will come back, and some people are just going to be gone forever. And I know it sounds harsh. I love my family. I wish them well, but I don't have to talk to them. Casper has went on to glory. If it wasn't glory, he went somewhere. I didn't attend his funeral. As a matter of fact, I went to Chicago and didn't even go. 12, 13 years ago, I let him go. And even though his physical form was here, my connection to him was cut. I had a conversation with my brother and I told him, when the Grim Reaper come pick him up, I want you to be the one to call me to let me know. I know that my siblings don't see things the way that I see things. The reason why I wanted Dante to call me first, because when my sister called and told me he had passed, I said, I'm sorry for your loss. I understand why it hurt her, but Casper went on when I was 23. That may have been the physical form of him, but I wasn't emotionally connected to him. A whole lot of drama ended up happening. I think Keita wanted to fight me. When Casper went on, that wasn't my loss. I had already experienced that loss at 23. I had let him go. Life don't stop because of things happening. When that clock is always ticking. Like my best friend, I don't talk to him anymore. I felt like my best friend was my roots. I think I always had noticed that we were going down our separate paths, but at that time, it was hard for me to let her go. And I would love to believe that at some point in life, she's one of those branches that grow back. But if she's not, I have to be okay with it. I still love her. I still wish her well. I think my other friend and my husband feel like the way that I cut her off was fucked up for our friendship. I think I was grieving our friendship before it actually ended. I think that's just what it is with everybody in my life. This is not off topic, but I want to include this. I used to date this guy, and his family was the family that I wish I could have had. Growing up, I hadn't seen a strong black family. When we got together and I went to a family reunion of his, it was like 400 people there. His parents are still married to this day. They were happy. His mom and dad truly loved each other. And it was so inspiring seeing that and being around that. And even though I had never experienced that, just to know somebody else had it, I felt good. Like when we were at that family reunion, there was no fights break out. It was none of that. I just really appreciated his family. Me thinking about his family, it just made me think of something. I have to accept that even though I may have emotionally cut people off, the damage of certain experiences that I went through has made me the person that I am. And the person that I am cannot fit in to certain situations that will probably be deemed healthy. And I'm not saying I'm an unhealthy person like that. No. Who I am and how I feel about things when it comes to somebody that have just a normal, healthy family lifestyle, I wouldn't fit right in. I don't even know if I could date somebody. Well, I wouldn't date another person after this anyways, but I don't know if I could be in a family dynamic where the guy expected me to be close to his family. That's not who I am. Damn, it's crazy. It's like you only get one life. If early experiences and what you go through at a young age change who you are to become in a negative way for other people, I'm all for the belief that therapy and all this other stuff can make you a better person, yes. It doesn't take away all the stuff that you kind of went through. If you break a glass, you can put that glass back together, but it would never be undamaged. It would never be what it once was. I think that's a lot of people in the world today. Some of us are just broken. I would like to believe that I'm put back together, but in me being put back together, I wish that I could just not have been broken, if that makes sense. Anywho, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Hopefully it get posted on Monday. I'm trying to be back on time. I ain't trying to be on CP time releasing these episodes when I have a schedule that I'm supposed to be abiding by. But yeah, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I'll see y'all in my next episode. Bye, y'all.
Titties out. And I've been struggling to unbig my back for 30 days and 30 nights, so let a bitch struggle in peace. Decorative Trinidadian fish. A railroad track. Come back now, you hear?